Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm being reminded to tell y'all that while I was sitting here, in my little process, I did hear ticking time bomb. And then also the reason why I'm already like taking a deep breath and hadn't even got started yet is because this is active return to sender time right now. Cause I heard Warcraft. So by hearing Warcraft, the craft is in the whatever divisive energy that's being sent to try to harm you, stop you, block you, which we're aware of. But right now it's an intense time for that because these people are not getting what it is that they want. What they have been used to eating off of for so long is no longer available. So we say desperate times calls for desperate measures. They can't touch you physically. So energetically, they are sending anything that they can to try to stop you. So if you don't know about return to senders, I can definitely do a little something on the members channel, but it's information out there. You guys just research return to sender and then the things you can say or actually do craft wise, like crafting, because we heard warcraft. These people are crafting against you. So why can't you craft back? If you have that desire to do so, that's for a reason. If you're being led to want to research certain things when it comes to the occult practices that are kept hidden from you, and they say the things that are kept hidden from you are the things that are actually supposed to help you, but they don't want you to know that they're using it against you. So y'all arm yourself in whatever way that you're being led to, because I feel like with the ascensions and us going to new dimensions, like things have to change. So that old mindset is yesterday. That's in the past. Like we can't rely on what we were taught, not to do, because how did it help you to begin with? How did that work out for you? You tell me. Because I can tell my personal story. When I started working in the craft, the things that were told to me, that was the devil's work and you shouldn't do that. But it's like the main people telling me not to do it were the ones doing it against me. Like, what? All right, y'all. So this is definitely return to sender energy before we even get the cards out. But yeah, just wanted to share that. And again, if y'all are interested in learning more about that, I guess from my personal experience, how I do things, that's not privileged for everybody. It's going to be in the members section if you're interested. So y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want to know how it is I do things, okay? Because it works, all right? All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Divine Holy Spirit of the highest white light consciousness, what do you have for the collective? What's collective need to know and be made aware of now? Because I'm hearing in the background because they're sending it. So that's just confirmation, y'all. They are sending it. What does Divine Collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? Y'all, the cards, of course, are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. Here we go. I heard deafening. We got three of cups reversed showing itself in the pre-shuffle. Party's over. Party's over, y'all. I heard intense just now. So these are some strong energies coming through, but no wonder we were getting the message to go ahead and get knowledgeable about, if you aren't already, about how return to senders work. I'm hearing overdrive and that they're working overtime. So they are doing the most, you guys. They are doing the most because you're happily headed to your ever after. You understand? So, and they're not part of that. Because I'm being told for some reason they thought that they were going to be promised something that is supposed to be like your destiny and to your lineage, like that was exclusively had your name written on it. But the fact that they linked up to you and got a taste of it, they were along for the ride, but they thought that this would never stop, that the restaurant would close and they were no longer to eat. They never thought that this restaurant would close down. So it has me feeling like they feel slighted. So of course they would be mad, but that would be the reason why they feel slighted, because they feel like something's being done against them. Because for some reason, they thought that this thing was a for sure thing for them, only to find out that somebody lied to them. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? how the liar gonna be lied to? Like, and then they get offended. Like, what? Anyway, let's get these cards out here, y'all. Whew, I'm being told to mention there was, after that reading on yesterday, we were talking about the clown, or basically I called them a monster because that's really what they are. But outside they're dressed as a clown. Like, they don't want you to know that they're a monster inside. I knew that reading was not specific for the Divine Collective. That's possibly somebody who's on the fence. Like, they've ascended, but this person's still hanging on to them. So it was more of a message for them to kind of get out the way, pack your bag energy, because it's about to go down. And it's only because this person is stalking a divine one. So I was inspired to create a listing for those people who are in that situation to where they're caught up. They don't know whether to stay or to go because they're seeing the red flag. So that listing is called What Are They Hiding? And it is available on the website. I'll link it here as well in the product offering. But yeah, that's for those who are in that constant circle. We call it karmatic, but you really need to get out of there. Like, or at least just start making some plans to expedite getting away from this person, because the Divine Collective knows who this person is, because we are aware of what they put us through and the fact that they've received warning after warning after warning to leave us alone. But now it's like we're free, but this person is not willing to let us go. So that's when Divine steps in, and we're just letting you know that you might want to get yourself out of the way, especially if you have children. And I'm talking about being around this person physically and energetically, but physically was the most important by pack your bag. So if you have children around this person, because I did hear something about, I heard casualties in that reading, and what else was it? It had something to do with like being collateral damage, but the kids are innocent. So you don't, because of your indecision, you don't want to have the kids there as some sort of offering up, as what we call a sacrifice. So yeah, y'all take heed. All right. Okay, here we go. I had a card. I thought there was one card that, yep, there it is. These cards flipped out. And then we had this one also flipping out at the same time, but in different locations in the deck. So I'll just pull them out, put them on the table. All right, y'all, we had some things to take care of in the beginning of the reading, but I'm glad that's out. All right, so we can move on with the intended message here. I thought there was another card that flipped. Y'all, what's all this with the I thought and then cards flipping out in the deck but not coming out on the table? What's that energy, Spirit? What is that? I heard Devil's Confusion. Look, right when I said that, y'all, look, these cards flipped out in the deck. You got the Seven of Cups reversed and the Tower right behind it. So what are we talking about again? Okay. Yeah, energy does not lie, y'all. Does not lie to us. All right, y'all, here we go. We got the Moon card at the bottom of the deck. Let's go, y'all. Somebody needs to hear this. Who? Y'all know what I saw an image of earlier? It's like when those readings come out for not the Divine Collective, because that's you and I, we still have our sisters and brothers in spirit who have just ascended. So they're still caught on that, that balance beam, so to speak. Like, because that person who would be what we know as an energy vampire, right, is still wanting to have control over this person. But this person's like, which way do I fall? Do I want to fall on this side of the fence or on the side of the fence where this person is, where they are, the one who's trying to keep you bound? And you and I, collective, we've been there, so we can't even say, wow, like, why wouldn't she choose to be free? Because she's stuck in that illusion like we were. We were once upon a time on that balancing beam as well. Least we not forget. So the image that I saw was us reaching back, like no person left behind sort of energy, but it was us like on a peak of a mountain. Like these people reaching their hand up like, help me, like really needing the help, but they needed somebody to assist them. So I wanted to share that as well, y'all. Let's not forget where we came from. We got the moon card at the bottom of the deck, Spirit. Tell us more about the moon card. I heard abstract just now and complicated. So I feel the moon means that, you know, those would be red flags, but the illusion is not yet revealed because the moon's still hiding whatever this is. So not to mention the reading, what are they hiding? So, you know, energy is energy, y'all. I couldn't make this up ever. Spirit, what else about the moon card? I heard crabs in a barrel. Yep. So somebody's wanting to keep someone confined here, but I'm being reminded of the word obsession. So we really have somebody who is trying to go around the way to get back to somebody who wants nothing else to do with them. But the moon card lets me know that they're not supposed to be doing this. So I must be talking to the person I was talking to in yesterday's reading about this person is about to get it and you need to pack your bags. I must be talking to you again. So Divine, I want y'all to just show support, lift me up, because this one here is having a hard time. The message, whoever is here watching these readings, you're having a hard time. I heard struggling with this decision, but let's see why. Let's understand why. But what you need to know and confirm is that moon card at the bottom of the deck means there are illusions that are hidden, that are not being seen by you. There are things done in the dark that eventually will come to the light, but that's what we've been talking about. But let's see, this might be your situation of what's being hidden from you. Obviously. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it was me just confirming, duh, as the reader, LaToya, yeah, duh, moon card. All right. I know this is serious for you, so I'm definitely not wanting to make light of things. Again, we've been here, we've done this, and it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Because I'm hearing that, you know, you have to, this would be a risk for you to leave this situation or this person. It may not even be a person, but we heard pack your bags, so that means it's time to go. And that was in yesterday's reading. All right, I want to start here in the heart of the matter. I see the first and foremost, it feels like I heard the divide. So it's apparent that there needs to be some sort of split between you and whatever that other thing is. We got the 8 of Wands reverse. So I can look at this as the actual divide of the energies on the table, where it falls between two sections here, if we split it. But this 8 of Wands, what is this? It's in the reverse, so that means something that's been slowly happening here, but I contribute that to the red flags. There have been some things made known to you by way of actions, because that's the Wands, things that were being done. I heard activities. So there's some things that you've noticed that are, I'm hearing, out of place. So that means you have this, you have a spiritual connection there, because why else would you have that detailed energy or reason to want to notice that something isn't right? You're connected. That's why, collective, when I said these people are recently ascended, and that's us kind of reaching to help them because they're extending their arm out because they're trapped. We heard crabs in the barrel with the moon card. How are they going to get out of that without any assistance? They're not. So you've noticed some things, right? Hold on, y'all. Something came over me just now. It's almost as if it was like a bing, like on my head area. I'm hearing like he wouldn't put his hands on you like that if, so we're talking about somebody who's possibly being physically abused. So that would be another reason for the lack of intent on leaving. Been there, done that. We can't, that's, again, I know that's why I said that to you all, collective. Like, we can't be quick to say, why don't you just leave? Because that's usually like a bad connotation or a bad thing to put on somebody who is in an abusive situation. You can't say, well, why don't you just leave? It's not that simple. It's not simple at all. It's very complicated. Very complicated. All right, so that's all I needed to know right there. All right. So the signs are there. The signs are there, and you know, you might have relatives, family telling you, a friend that you talk to, they wouldn't put their hands on you if, yeah. And the fact that you're even open to receiving that means that you're about broken here. But I feel like before you become like fully broken, and I'm not trying to make a pun on the energy, but it's like I'm hearing resistance right now. Because I feel like you're not trying to resist this information. You are open and you are accepting what you're hearing from whoever this is that's telling you. Because normally somebody in this type of situation would be offensive. They would be offended by somebody saying something like that to them. I told you, I've been there, done that. I know what this is. I remember the first time, it wasn't even the first time I was assaulted, but when I actually had to go to the police department to file a protective order, the woman behind the glass, and my heart feels like it's about to start racing. Whew. I'm being transparent with y'all. The woman behind the glass, she was so nonchalant. You know what she said to me? You know what she said to me? She said, oh, it's just going to happen again. Y'all, I could have turned white as a ghost. I could have fell to the floor right there because it was playing out like a movie. First of all, I couldn't even believe what had just happened. And the fact that I had to go file papers for some sort of like protective order, like what is happening in my life right now was what was going on with me. And the fact that she just carelessly, nonchalantly just rolled off of her tongue like, oh, we got another one of these. You know, like I'm not like the rest of them. But guess what? I was at that time. So I was offended, but the truth just kind of smacked me in the face as if I needed to be like hit with some truth because I got it that day. And she was right. She was right. Because I knew she was right. I knew she was right. At that moment, I was hurt, almost broken. I wasn't broken. Whew. Y'all, even me reliving that, because I don't talk about these things, y'all. I told you when the time comes, I'll let y'all know what's going on with me. But I know I'm talking to somebody right now who's experiencing this right now. This person's stuck. But they're having the enlightenment to wake up to the truth. They're not offended because, you know, I wanted to also say people who are in abusive situations, if they become offended, they're going to be ready to fight you over what you're saying to them. Like, mind your business. What you got going on? Who are you to try to tell me? They would have had that kind of stance, but not this person, not the person watching me who I'm talking to. You're open. You're open. All right, y'all, let me keep going with the message. Oh, my God. Y'all, for me to touch back on, what was that, 14 years ago? Ooh, man. There was a release even in that just now. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for allowing me that time because I don't talk about this stuff, y'all. Whew. All right, let's get into these cards here underneath this 8 of Wands reverse. So on top of this, look at this. I said there was some sort of clear divide here of somebody being on the balance beam of what to do because they know what it is. They're maybe having a hard time accepting the truth of what it is, but they're open to listening. We're trying to understand what's going on, but still having a hard time. I'm looking at the 4 of Pentacles, and right behind that is the peeking out of the Magician energy. We were talking about that illusion energy with the Moon card. Look at the control with the 4 of Pentacles. Look at the one side of the fence, right? That this person's on a balance beam because it's about them being controlled. The Magician makes you feel like it's okay. It's not really what it is. No, you just didn't get slapped. And if you did, it probably won't happen again. Or maybe there's something that you could avoid for next time if it does happen. Like whoever I'm talking to, you know it's going to happen again. But it's like now you're struggling with, well, how do I protect myself next time? Or how, but it's not in a way to where you need to get away from this person sort of protection. It's like you still staying with the person, but trying to find out how to finesse the situation so it doesn't happen again. That's not how this works for a divine one, because you've ascended. Crabs in a barrel energy, you're going to be trapped, but it becomes complacent after a while. That's when you're broken. That's when you're broken. When you figure out that you can't leave the situation, this person broke you. That's the kind of broken I'm talking about. That's not what you want, because what I'm seeing is somebody with missing teeth, because, you know, it just gets worse. Like the woman behind the glass told me, oh, you'll be back. Something she said, or it gets worse. Whew. She didn't say you'll be back, but the sentiment was, you know, it's only going to get worse, meaning you will be back. So that, oh my God. I know it's a few of y'all that know what I'm talking about, because you've been in that position as well. Behind the Magician, the Fool card reverse. The Fool card reverse means being able to have a new beginning without any caution, anything to worry about. But I can't interpret it that way because it is behind this Magician card. So that lets me know I'll try to do better. But I don't know if that's you appeasing them or them continuing to blow smoke up your ass. That they'll never do that again. They don't know why they did that. They've always struggled with so many things, and my dad wasn't there. And then they're going into this whole thing, and then y'all end up crying together. Only for a re-up. That's the Fool card reverse. Only for a restart in the bullshit. We got the World card reverse right here. How you gonna have the Fool card with the World card reverse, but you got the Magician on top? It makes absolute sense. They don't want you to go anywhere. They don't want you to be anybody. They want you stuck with them, crabs in a barrel. But you've ascended. There's something different about you. So you can't even begin to say, oh, I'm not worth, you know, doing this or doing that. You know, nobody really cares about me. Like you shouldn't even be speaking that way or thinking of yourself that way. That's not the vibes. You've moved to another level energetically, but physically you're still in the barrel with this crab. All right, we got the Page of Swords here, so I feel like that would have had to do with the truth coming out about your situation. I'm hearing it's undeniable, but yeah, if you're being physically abused or verbally abused, yeah, that would be a major red flag. But the red flag is that it's not going to stop. It gets worse. I feel like I'm talking to someone too, like myself, who never thought they would be in a position like this. That's why it's so difficult to understand. But it's not for you to understand, it's for you to take action. Take action. That's the best thing you can do for yourself right now, is acknowledge it for what it is and for what you already know it to be. You've heard the truth. And it's not even from me. I'm just confirmation. But you already know what this is. It's not going to play out to a happily ever after. It's not. Look at the Ten of Cups reverse right here as I say that. It's not. What's behind the Ten of Cups? Let's go ahead and jump over here. We got Judgment and the Will card. Look at that. Two majors behind a Ten of Cups reverse, meaning that happily ever after is not going to be achieved. But what will be achieved is your new start here when Judgment rains down. You got to get out of the way. That was the whole point. You got to get out of the way. Pack your bags, because the wheel is rolling forward. This is going to happen whether you like it or not. Again, I'm being reminded, do not be collateral damage. And that was the other side of the fence, y'all. I just had to jump over here first because y'all know I like to take care of everything on this side. And then it always seems like it's a divide anyway. But this was clear. But that lets us know that, yes, it's best to start making that move. Put action behind it. Don't sit there wondering. Whew. And I'm being told to acknowledge that this is happening right now. Like a lot of this is happening, unfolding right now. It's like a sequence of events. Right now, we're in this bracket. This bracket. So whoever don't want it, what was that move? The Players Club? When who was the guy came? Whoever don't want to something, get the F out. So if you don't want a DIE, y'all, I had to pause on that one. I don't know what just took over me. Something came. There was it feels like a sadness coming over me. But it's like if you don't sorry, y'all. Y'all know how this goes. The energies. Y'all, something's about to go down. And whoever I'm talking to, all the signs and wonders are around you. You got to get out the way. I'm hearing get your babies out of the way. If anything, do it for them. Get them out of the way. So forget you at this point because you're the one stuck. If we talking about the babies, I know you're not going to put your babies in harm's way. So that's the energy, y'all, because I'm getting kind of angry right now because I feel like you don't want the children to be harmed in this scenario, whatever this situation is, because you're attached to a monster. Whew. Whew. Y'all, this ain't for everybody. This ain't for everybody. But if you already been hit by this person, physically assaulted, this is for you. This person about to get dealt with in the worst way possible. And even if you're new here, my collective, the Divine Collective, we knew this was coming. We've been told that this was coming. We're in that bracket right now. So we've had our warnings what was going to happen. But right now, this is about getting the innocent out of the way because I can't say you because you're torn. But at least for the babies, that's what I heard, at least for the child, the children, the babies, get them out of the way. I'm hearing this is your warning. Y'all, if you're new here, I don't believe in fear-based energies because we are conquerors, but you are someone who just ascended. So you would possibly be in that mindset of something could really be frightening for you. But I'm hearing right now, you ain't seen nothing yet. And I'm wanting to be obedient to spirit with what I hear. I got to tell y'all because I'm hearing it. So y'all got to hear it out of my mouth verbally. That's not me saying that because of my ego and, ooh, girl, you better get out because I've been there too. No, that's not where that's coming from. I've acknowledged that I've been in this position. That's how I'm able to kind of guide you through this. Nobody was there to guide me except that woman behind that glass saying, oh, it'll happen again. Like, what, woman? What? Like if I was in a place to where I was broken at that time, I probably would have tried to fight this woman behind the glass. I probably would have tried to jump across the glass at her. Because I was already embarrassed, humiliated, lost, confused. Like, what the hell just happened? And why am I here? Like, me? But that wasn't the first and it wasn't the last time. So she was right. And that's the information that you're receiving here, young lady, whoever you are. It seemed like you got a lot going for yourself, and you got these beautiful babies. I keep getting a reference of 2 babies, 2 children. You got these beautiful babies who are innocent. Could be the children of this person, this man, this masculine, this abusive person. Let's just call it what it is. They're a monster. They are. But they got some things that are hidden from you. You don't even know to have. All right. My gracious. My gracious. We got the, underneath the full card reverse, I'm going to turn this card over. We got the 9 of Swords, y'all. This is one of those, if you ever leave or if you ever try to leave, maybe that's where the fear is coming in at. Maybe you're afraid, but that would make sense. But I'm telling you, this person's a bully. Deep down, it's a little boy in there, a scared little boy. You have to understand that. Their job is to intimidate you, control you, Magician card, 4 of Pentacles, and keep you from where it is that you were supposed to be headed. You still are, but you lost your way with that World card reverse. So they know they messed up, right? Is what I'm getting with this 9 of Swords. They know they messed up. They know they did. But are they going to apologize? Maybe. But it's only going to happen again. One more card here. We got the 7 of Wands, y'all. They got to stay on top of this. This is the best thing they ever had. You are the best thing. Hear me when I say this. You are the best thing this person ever had. Not their mom, not their dad, not their siblings, not their co-workers, not a girlfriend from high school. You, my dear. But you see how they acknowledge that. Putting their hands on you is showing you that you're the best thing they ever had. Is that how you show love? Would you put your hands on them and say, oh, you're the best thing I ever had? No. No, it don't make sense. All right, y'all, let's jump to the other side of the fence. What's going on here? I was told to not call it the other side of the fence. I don't know why right now. I'm sure it'll come. Okay, I heard acknowledging. So that's acknowledging, but it feels like it's almost as if I'm declaring that this person is going to not make the right decision, or like I'm already putting the energy out there that they're struck, you know. So, okay, I got it, Spirit. I got it. I got it. So maybe there's a change of energy with this person who's watching, possibly. If I'm picking up the energy. Somebody's saying, well, how could that be? Because energy doesn't lie. At the time of them watching this, everything will resonate right when it needs to, because I'm picking up on it already. That's how. I hear them saying, well, what's my next move? Your next move is to take action. That's already been stated, right? So that's why I was told I could no longer call this a balance beam. It's not. It's clear that you got to take action. It's clear. All right. There's 2 cards. Well, we talked about these coming out in the deck because in the shuffle, there was a lot of cards coming out in the deck. And then also me thinking, like, did a card just flip over? And it did. So that's telling me, okay, that's telling me that you're going to have to devise some sort of plan, but you're going to have to keep it hidden from them. It's going to have to be a secret to them. You can't tell them you're leaving. You're just going to have to leave. Been there, done that. I'm seeing these hands being raised in the collective. They're also confirming that they've been there, done that too. I don't need to know who these people are. I could feel it. I'm being shown people raising their hands. Because we're in support of you because we've been there. Don't tell them nothing. You already know what's going to happen if you give them a heads up on what you're about to do. You already know. You're dealing with a monster. You already know. So that you're going to have to devise a plan, but keep it secret. Period. But you heard pack your bags, right? Oh, you did? You did hear that. Not that I said it in the reading or spirit gave that to me to tell you yesterday in the reading, but you heard it yourself is what you're telling me. You heard it. That was confirmation for you at that moment. All right. Y'all, this is so involved right now, but I'm so with it. I'm so with it. I'm so with it. I'm so with it. So we acknowledge the Seven of Cups reverse and the Tower. This is why you don't tell them. But you know this already. We already acknowledged this. Why would you tell them what's about to happen? That's going to be an adverse reaction for them because they're so used to being in control and they've been so used to being a blockage in your life because they're taking that energy for themselves because you're the best thing they ever had. Why would you warn them about what you're about to do? You know how they're going to act out. You know the rage that comes within them, like a source of just, it's coming from somewhere else because it's like, wow. Y'all, I heard ticking time bomb before I even started the video. You already know what it is. Get those babies off to somewhere where it's safe. But you can't tell them you about to take the kids. You can't tell them that. Don't. They don't need to know nothing. Just make your plan and do it. Active. Be active. On top of the Seven of Cups reverse, because obviously the Tower is here, y'all. We got the Seven of Cups reverse. You know, that's my mental health illness, mental health awareness. This person, shell, I just heard shell. I haven't heard that since high school. We say, oh, you shell. Yeah, I'm that old. But shell is also a military term to where somebody's lost their mind. Yeah. Collective, this is what they're dealing with. Even if you've not ever been through this, but you've been through like an abusive relationship, they've got it the worst because this person's mentally ill. And keeping their own secrets, but we know that because they wouldn't be abusive in the first place if they weren't so compressed and toxic and filled with toxicity for what it was they were doing behind the scenes for their own reasons that they don't want to be upfront about what they're doing because possibly I'm hearing pedophilia, what they're doing is going to be shunned upon. So they got to deal with the consequences, the inner knowing that, people are not going to like them if they ever found out this information, so they're dealing with that, but it comes out on you. Right? A lot of secrets here. All right. There's a card on top of the Seven of Cups reverse. I'm going to turn it over. We got the Empress reverse. Spirit, what's the Empress reverse reference? I heard captive. Oh my God. That's the energy, y'all. That's the energy. They want to keep you held captive. So I heard ransom even. So if you think about it, you being that commodity, because I feel something around currency came through the last reading toward the end, or maybe it was on the extended, but I talked about you being, anyone, because we're talking about a Four of Pentacles possession, right? A pinnacle energy, but I said that they were keeping you because you're the best thing they ever had. Empress reverse is what I originally heard was you ain't going nowhere. That's what I originally heard, but I wanted to pause and see what else was there. But that's what I heard. This is why you're not letting them know your plans. Empress, you're an empress. They want to keep you in the reverse though, because that's where they got you right now. You need to get them babies out of the way for what's about to come with this Tower. Get them out of the way. I can't be any more clear right now with what Spirit is saying for me to tell you or to be verbal about. Get the babies out of the way. That's the best and the least that you can do right now. Forget about yourself even. All right, we got one more card here, y'all. I'm going to turn it over. We got the Star card. Look at that. I heard capabilities just now. You got the power. You showing up as the Empress. Judgment is here. The will card is here. They're upright. It's go time for this energy to kick in to knock this person on their ass. You don't want to be around when this happens. You don't want your babies around when this happens. You don't want to be physically anywhere near this person and what they got going on, because it's about to go down. Star card is here. I heard capabilities. You have the power to make these moves. Get on it. Get on it. I'm hearing something about linking yourself socially. But it was giving like an advocate. So if you got to go reach out for domestic violence, help, assistance, even if you just sit in somebody's office and tell them what's going on, that's enough right there. Because you know why? There's a reason why they're specifically set up to do this, because it happens every single day to someone. These are old energies we are fighting against. They'll never go away. All right, y'all, I'm done. I'm done. I hope this helps get those babies to safety immediately. Immediately. Do it for the babies.